Will that happen on router or on switch also or firewall also? On which device?
Firewall. We can configure only switch. Sorry, firewall and routers. We
Router
can,
and firewall only. Okay.
yeah, L3 device. We can configure that.
L3 device. Okay.
Okay, guys, I am back. This meeting got disconnected. Okay, so where were we?
I asked a question. In real scenario, in real organization scenarios, only this matrix is used, or any other matrix also used that to understand this is attack.
For DDoS attack, in case of DDoS attack, means if you want to prevent your network with the DDoS attack, this is the only metric. But for other type of attacks, because we have lots of type of attacks like man in the middle and etc, right? So for other types of attack, we'll use different metric.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is the well-known attack, and you know, even you have configured so many things on your firewall, it might be possible you will face this, you will see this attack situation. So this is the one attack which don't have any solution available in the market. This is very general type of attack, I would say. Give me a second, guys. Okay, guys. So let's. DOS is dead nowadays. DDoS there, huh? एक ही बात है. If you say DDoS and DOS. Okay. So guys, let's get back to this scenario. So if you put deny any to prevent your network, again, your first requirement, you will not be able to complete your first requirement. Why? Because this user one will create a TCP connection with this server. So let's say SYN goes here and then revert SYN plus ACK. Okay. So SYN plus ACK would be denied by deny any ACL. If you are not able to form a TCP connection with this server, how you are going to exchange your data with this server? Simple. So we cannot put deny any, and if you are putting if you are denying individual IP, this is very difficult because we have lots of IP over the internet and we are not able to block each and every IP from the internet. Now it means this is called stateful behavior. Sorry, stateless behavior, not stateful. Stateless means there is no state maintained by your router. Your router is a layer 3 device. We call it a static device, or I would say if you are putting a ACL acting as a static firewall. So your your router is a routing device. It is not a firewall. It is a partial firewall. You can block few of the IP address, but you cannot block lots of IP address. So this is your partial firewall. The major task for the router is to perform routing. Okay, that's why every company purchase router, or every company put router in their network for routing purpose only, not for firewall purpose. Right now, in the same scenario, I am going to replace this router with the firewall. So router is a static device. Yes, no policies, no IPS, and antivirus, anti-spyware, scanning not present in this router. Okay. Now, second condition. Okay. So second scenario. Sorry.
एक बार फिर से बता दी, मैं समझा नहीं.
हाँ. देखो यार, सिंपल सी बात है. राउटर आपका एक स्टैटिक डिवाइस होता है. ठीक है. स्टेटलेस डिवाइस है, किसी भी तरह की स्टेट मेंटेन नहीं करता. कोई भी अंदर से बाहर जा रहा है, बाहर से अंदर आ रहा है. स्टेट टेबल नहीं बनाता कोई भी. राउटर एक पार्शियल फायरवॉल होता है. 100% फायरवॉल की तरह काम नहीं करता है. ठीक है. और कुछ आईपीएस को आप ब्लॉक करवा सकते हो, कुछ पोर्ट्स को आप ब्लॉक करवा सकते हो, बट लॉट्स ऑफ, मतलब एक बल्क में आप ब्लॉक नहीं करवा सकते एसीएल्स के थ्रू. ठीक है. एसीएल का मतलब ही ये है कि मतलब इस एक टेम्परेरी डिनाई क्रिएट करता है, या स्टैटिकली आप एक एक्सटेंडेड बना लो, चाहे स्टैंडर्ड एसीएल बना लो, उससे क्या कर लो, इसको ब्लॉक कर लो.
अच्छा.
Okay, now if I move to this firewall scenario, if I put firewall now instead of router, switch, two, three, and this is your ISP. This is one server. Okay. Nowadays, every firewall is a stateful firewall. Stateful. Okay. Now, in case of firewall, what will happen when this computer one will communicate with the server? Now, let's say this computer one will try to connect with this server. The request will go to this firewall. What this firewall will do, the computer IP address is 10.1.1.1. The server IP address is 4.4.4.4. Okay. Now, this firewall will create one state table. State table. In Cisco ASA, we call it XLATE table. In other firewalls, we call it state table or connection table. So there are three names. State table. In Cisco ASA, we call it XLATE table, or we can call it connection table. So in this table, this firewall going to maintain some entries. Okay. So what entries it is going to maintain? It will maintain that 10.1.1.1 going to 4.4. This is how it will write. Okay. And then the connection will go this outside to this server. Okay. And when the server reply, your firewall will see this connection table. If the entry, your firewall able to find this entry over here, it will forward it to this user. Otherwise, if there is no entry available in this connection table, it will simply deny the traffic. Okay. So if we have one hacker sitting here, and if this hacker try to connect with some IP here, the traffic will come here on this out interface. Your firewall will first check the state table, and your firewall won't be able to see the IP address of this hacker in this table. So your firewall will simply deny the traffic.
मतलब ये सारे आईपी एड्रेस इस टेबल में वो राइट डाउन होंगे कि वो एक्सेस करना है कि डिनाई करना है फायरवॉल।
Correct.
ओके।
इनसाइड से आउटसाइड जो भी जाएगा ना,
हम्म।
इनसाइड से आउटसाइड जो भी जाएगा उसकी कनेक्शन टेबल में एंट्री बनाई जाएगी, और आउटसाइड से इनसाइड जो भी आएगा, फायरवॉल का पैकेट फ्लो यही कहता है कि पहले क्या चेक करो, स्टेट टेबल। फायरवॉल का पैकेट फ्लो भी मैं पढ़ाऊंगा, इसमें सिलेबस नहीं है। पहले स्टेट टेबल चेक होती है, उसके बाद आगे के पॉइंट चेक होते हैं। सिक्योरिटी पॉलिसी बहुत दूर है पैकेट फ्लो के अंदर, ठीक है, पैकेट प्रोसेसिंग में बहुत दूर है सिक्योरिटी पॉलिसी। तो स्टेट टेबल पे डिनाई हो जाएगा, सीपीयू भी कंज्यूम नहीं करेगा इसका। ओके गाइस, yeah, so you would be able to understand this, right? Any question in this?
मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि मतलब इन साइड से अगर आउटसाइड जाएगा तो वो उसको स्टेट टेबल में ऐड करेगा।
Yes.
एक्नॉलेज होने के लिए जब वो आउटसाइड से इनसाइड में आएगा, अगर वो टेबल में है which is तब वो उसको एक्सेस करेगा, अदरवाइज वो उसको डिनाई कर देगा।
Correct.
Okay.
This is how your state table works. Okay. What about response? Can you ask your proper question?
Yeah, Manish, but this is a state table. But what policy for the inbound to outbound and outbound to inbound? What are the things we have to apply on there?
Okay. From inside to outside, simple. Go ahead and create a NAT policy, or you can configure a NAT. Okay. Simple. So the reverse
No,
traffic.
but NAT is going for the means address translation, but some other option is also available for that.
Yes, definitely. Means if I talk about from firewall perspective, you need to put a security policy as well. You need to
Yeah.
define the zones. You need to configure the interface, right?
Correct.
There are lots of things from firewall perspective. Okay. But in general way, simply we'll have to configure NAT. Okay. And these inside users will start communicating with the outside internet. Okay.
Yeah, but basically NAT you have to deploy
Hmm.
if you have a means limited of IP address. On that situation you have to be using for the NAT means address translation on behalf of that.
Sorry, I did not get your question.
NAT on that situation you have to configure over the device. So you have a limited of public IP. Yeah, suppose some multiple
Correct.
applications, multiple
Yes.
servers are deployed on that.
Yes, correct.
So we have to just allow for the one NAT IP, and then backend means other the servers are the accessible.
Correct. So someone asking this question, like if we are creating a LAN to WAN default route, okay, LAN to WAN default route, and outside to inside traffic is blocked, what is the response from IP address? And outside to inside traffic is blocked, what about response from public IP address? In case we are trying to reach public IP from private network. See, this is routing scenario. Okay. Means it doesn't matter whether you have configured BGP. See, from this point to this point, it doesn't matter whether you have created a static route, default route, or a BGP or OSPF or anything. Okay, it does not matter, because your firewall having a different way to process a packet. Okay. What about response from public IP address? So what response you are talking about here? Simply if you are, okay, From source to destination, source IP is 10.1. It means this is my ISP. This is my public IP, and it is going to default route 0.0.0. So again, you will get response on your public IP only. So is this the answer of your question or not? Okay. So guys, you understand this stateful behavior? Yes, no? So if interviewer will ask you this question, you can simply answer, show them this scenario and tell them this scenario. Okay. Or you can simply tell them if state table is there, connection table is there, which is maintaining all the connection which is going from inside to outside. And in few cases, guys, later when we continue with this firewall course, I'll show you there are few situations. Okay, let's say we have some net banking server, right? For an example, we have one net banking server and people want to access it from outside, right? So in that case, your firewall will create connection table again from outside to inside. Now, how your firewall going to restrict invalid users? For that, guys, again, we have to discuss so many things before we go to this point. Okay, because in our network we have DMZ zone as well, where we put public facing servers, right? So later we'll discuss about that as well. As of now, let's avoid this. My question is, like in routing, we send. So guys, I don't know whether you would be able to see this chat screen or not. My question is, like in routing, we send ICMP request to public IP and we receive response from public IP back. So here there is no reverse route. And if we are also blocking outside to inside traffic. Yes, there is no reverse route. That is correct, right? But if you are blocking outside to inside traffic, again, your firewall will check connection table. This is very basic. And if I show you,
That means acknowledge के लिए या reverse packet के लिए अपना state table को
state table
connect
check होगा
check होगा वो
बिल्कुल होगा. पैकेट फ्लो कहता है यार फायरवॉल का. Means every stateful firewall has this scenario. Okay, means first it will check
from
connection table. Then it will move to other parts. Let me show you this packet flow. So guys, these are my personal notes. Okay, means I have this lab workbook and some class notes as well. You can take it from me. Okay, means I'll give you so many PDFs and everything. Let me copy this image. Okay. So guys, you can see that we are on ingress interface. We have received a packet. Okay. It is a little bit blur, but okay. So when your firewall receive packet, you can see that, let me directly go to this option, which says, see, before this connection table, first your firewall going to decrypt your packet, because maybe this packet is coming from this packet is VPN encrypted. Might be it is possible it is coming from a VPN tunnel, right? So first it will decrypt the packet and it will do this firewall session lookup. You can see that. See, firewall session lookup. This is the first type of inspection, I would say. After that, it will move to the next steps. Okay, like session match. If session match is found, then it will go for layer 2, layer 4 processing, app identity, or all other type of inspection. Okay, so as of now, I don't want to make you confused, because generally I discuss this packet flow in detail at the course end. Okay, if you see this syllabus, I've added this packet flow at the end of this syllabus. Okay. If you block ICMP request, then packet drop. Otherwise, it is allowed. Yeah, that is correct. Because this firewall will take ICMP as an application. It will not take it as a packet. This firewall will means this is a layer 7 firewall. This firewall will consider ICMP as an application, right? That is not a simple header and all. Okay. So guys, stateful, stateless done. Any question in that? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Mm. Let me see. We can log in this firewall. (2010)5. Okay, sorry. Okay, guys. So what I'll do is in next session. Okay. I think that is enough for today. Today is Friday. Saturday, Sunday, we all are available and we have lots of time. So we can extend this session. Okay. So for today, I'll end this session here. If you have more queries or if you want to ask any more question, you can write it down somewhere. Tomorrow we will connect 7 p.m. same time, and we'll take this session for extra long, around till 9 p.m. Okay, maybe 2 hours. Because as of now, this firewall again, I'm not able to access, so I need to fix this issue as well, because it is getting a wrong IP address.
I have a one more question कि अब
Yes.
basic आप पिंग कर दो कि मतलब क्या क्या पढ़ना है
पढ़ना
तो
है।
it is easy for me to learn.
Yes.
So,
Prerequisites क्या रहेंगे
हम्म।
इस कोर्स पे वो एक बार सर.
वो हाँ
ठीक है।
we go through हो लें उसको तो
ठीक है।
it
हाँ
is
हाँ right.
ठीक है, ठीक है,
Yes.
ठीक है, ठीक है। मेरे को टाइम दो थोड़ा सा, मैं आपको 1 या 2 घंटे में, मतलब सोने से पहले कोशिश करता हूँ कि मैं वो टॉपिक सेंड कर दूं। ठीक है।
जी prerequisite जो रहेंगे topics वही.
हाँ, ठीक है, डन डन।
Okay. Thank you.
हेलो सर, एक क्वेश्चन था मेरा लास्ट जस्ट